What's up, all my Ewoks, Tribbles, Droids, and Wookiees? It's Anna, also known as That Star Wars Girl, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing a review of the new Game of Thrones prequel show, House of the Dragon. But before I get into that, everyone, please, if you guys haven't already taken a minute, smash that subscribe button, ring that bell for notifications, make sure that that bell is set to all. That way you guys actually get notifications when I post videos and live streams. I am hardcore shadow banned by YouTube right now, so every single like, share, comment really helps out me and the channel. Thank you so much. Now let's get into the video. So I'm not gonna say no like warning spoilers or any of that, no spoilers, because I can't promise that I won't accidentally spoil it. So just be aware and watch the rest at your own pace if you didn't want spoilers. So that being said, going into this show, I was very, I didn't really have high expectations because the way that they handled the last season of Game of Thrones, well, actually ever since Tywin died, like it's kind of went downhill with Game of Thrones. So I wasn't expecting it to be like this amazing masterpiece. That being said, I did really enjoy it. I think that all of the actors that they got did a fantastic job. This is 100% Matt Smith's show, and he actually does have some creative control over his character in particular, which they did say. If you watch after the episode, they do kind of like a behind the scenes on like making the episode, and they specifically said that Matt Smith decided to play Daemon this way, and because Matt Smith's character Daemon Targaryen, he's the younger brother of Viserys. Viserys is the king, and the whole dynamic in this episode is who is going to be Viserys's heir, because he does not have any living sons, and in the episode his wife and baby die, and it was a boy too, so his only like offspring is his daughter Rhaenyra, and so it's the girl can't be the queen and whatnot, which I mean, I don't really think that that's like a feminist message or whatnot, because that's literally been through the history of all humankind. So I mean, that's not really surprising. And the women that are making a big screaming match about it on Twitter, it's like, go read a fucking history book, you dumb cunt. But that being said, the whole dynamic is Daemon loves his brother. He loves his family. He loves his niece. He loves his sister-in-law. He loves his family, but he's that typical bad boy, loose cannon, arrogant brother who always is getting into trouble. And so they could have played it the opposite, where, if you guys ever watch Lion King or, read Shakespeare and seen Hamlet before, he could have gone in that direction where he's like a vindictive asshole that hates his brother, that wants his brother to die, and that also, wants his niece to die and everything. But no, he loves his brother. He loves his family. He just is, the bad boy. He's playing it as the bad boy, but he still loves his family. And I really liked that. So that whole dynamic that they had going on, I think Matt Smith did a really good job, because it's a very uncomfortable situation. And most people have families and know, like, there's always family drama. Like, there's no family that doesn't have family drama. And if they tell you that they don't have family drama, they're fucking lying to you. So that whole dynamic of this is an uncomfortable situation, but this is also the reality of the situation. And I really enjoyed watching that portrayal. This episode did start off kind of slow, them just setting up like, this is the world, the male heirs and whatnot are a problem. He needs a male heir. That king before him needed a male heir, and it went to him instead of the girl and whatnot. So she's probably going to be a little bit vindictive about it. And then he doesn't have any sons. His wife keeps, like, their babies keep dying, or she keeps having miscarriages. And this definitely going to be her last baby. It's going to be a life or death situation. But he's got a teenage daughter who's like smart and talented and can ride freaking dragons and whatnot. And then his heir is technically his younger brother, Matt Smith, Daemon Targaryen, and the whole dynamic that they have there, because there's obviously drama and tension because all the people that the king surrounds himself with do not like Daemon, and there's shady shit going on. There's shady shit. I know it. I feel it in my bones. But so watching it and watching the way that it plays out, it is pretty predictable, especially if you guys have read. Then you guys kind of know what's going to happen, because like George R. R. Martin, instead of writing the completion of a song of Ice and Fire, he went off and wrote like the prequel and whatnot and pissed a lot of people off. So if you guys read that, then you guys know what happens. Obviously, I'm just talking about what has already been shown in the episode, not, really trying to get into it and like spoil it for everyone, because everyone kind of knows what's going to happen. And that's kind of the thing with the show, is that since you already know what's going to happen, it's more so about like watching it happen. And this was the analogy I used for like a family member that was asking. I'm like, well, it's like if you were to watch like your kid's first birthday video, you already know what's going to happen. Your kid's going to get a candle and blow out their first candle and open some presents, and because they're 1 year old, they're a baby, they're not really going to do much. And it's more about watching the experience happen, even though you already know the outcome, which is why I don't really mind prequels. So I'm watching this already well aware of how certain things are going to play out and what's going on and who these people are. But I was more just like, I've already ridden this roller coaster, but I want to ride it for, I already know the roller coaster is going to have a drop, right? But I'm riding it for the experience of it. And again, I really liked it. I think that Matt Smith did a fantastic job. I think the actress that played Rhaenyra was doing an absolute fantastic job. And like the chemistry that they all have with one another, like, oh my God, it's so good. It's been a long time since I've seen something with like that good acting. And I think it's because I went in having like very low expectations for the show, that I was kind of like, oh, this is good. There were a couple technical things that I didn't like that really bothered me. Number one being the fucking dragons. I'm like, the way that they rendered them in the original show, like, it's like, yes, green screens and whatnot. We all know that they are not real, so our brain is already working on overtime to make it believable. But I feel like they don't have as big of a budget for these fucking dragons, because it's so obvious when there's a green screen. And even when you first see the dragon and it's landed and Rhaenyra is getting off of it and it moves slightly, it's just like, oh my God, what are you doing? Like, you didn't render that correctly. You can clearly see how the background just turns flat, and that really irritated me, as well as when they're having a cremation scene and the dragon's coming down the mountain and it cuts to like an overview of the top of the dragon's head, and it's just so bad. I'm like, oh my God, like this this is so bad. But I mean, maybe nobody else noticed it, but I really did. So their budget's probably going to Matt Smith, but I mean, at least I hope it's going to the actors, because they all did a really good job and they were 100% carrying this entire show. And then there was another, like, I mean, I can't expect much from people that leave coffee cups from Starbucks on the table, and a pretty this is the final season and they left the freaking Starbucks cup in the episode. So I shouldn't really be too surprised at some of the editing mistakes that they made. But there's one scene in particular where Rhaenyra is going around and she's pouring everyone wine into their cups. And there's like this one character, like he specifically stops her from pouring it in his cup, and she's like, all right, whatever. But she's on this side of his chair, and then she walks around to the other side behind him on the table. And then it cuts to like a close-up of her and him to a wide shot of all of them at the table, but she's still on this side of his chair. And I'm like, she wouldn't have walked around to like go back, because like when she was walking before they cut, she was already on the other side of the table. So you could say that was a little thing, but I mean, I noticed it, and it irritated me, because I'm like, couldn't you like fix that? I don't know, like that seems like a little irritation. Also, like there's a scene with like her mom, and like she was like touching her head, and then like as they cut it, like her hand's in a different position. Now again, maybe that's just me. You can say I'm nitpicking. I'm sorry if anything takes me out of the episode. I don't really consider that a nitpick, because I noticed it, and them as storytellers should make it as seamless as possible so I do not notice these things. And there's one other, but I gotta pull up a tab for it. All right, now this really irritated me. So Matt Smith's outfit right here, he wears in like the second like half of the episode, because at first he's in this one outfit, then he's in armor, but then like in all of like the main ending scenes that are all dramatic, he's in this outfit. Now I knew this outfit immediately because I saw it back like in 2013 on fucking Pinterest. This was all over Pinterest. So for those that don't know, I went to art school in San Francisco, and like I went to college for concept design. So like oh my God, why is my freaking camera so bright? Sorry about that. In one class when it was like vehicle and armor design, literally everyone used this, and we were actually not allowed to use this in any of my character design classes because it was like going like viral and whatnot on Pinterest, and everyone was using this in all of their character designs. So when I saw this on the episode, which I really should have noticed it in the promotional images. Now I feel dumb for not, but I was like, oh my gosh, it's that one thing that everyone was using like back in 2013 when I was in college. And it was funny because then I went to go check like my college like Facebook page, and everyone was talking about this and like making like memes about it. It's like it was that one outfit that everyone used in character design that the teacher like said, everyone's using this, like stop using it. So I thought that was funny. I sent it to my best friend, and she's like, oh my, she doesn't watch Game of Thrones. She's like, oh my God, that fucking outfit. And all they did really was like put studs on it. But I'm like, I've seen that before. It shouldn't be that recognizable, at least with like some of the designs that they did in the original Game of Thrones show was like at least original in my opinion, because I have no interest in designing armor. Like that was like the bane of my existence when I was in school. So I'm like, oh, fuck this. I hate costume design with a burning passion. So I was like, if something's already designed for me, that's fine. I can draw it. I can like sew it. That's fine. But when it comes to me designing it, like fuck that, which apparently is the same thing that their costume designer did, because I was like, homeboy, this is the Pinterest thing. This is the fucking Pinterest thing. I've seen it before. I'm familiar with it. Everyone that I went to college with is familiar with it, and we all were laughing at it. So that was something that really took me out of the episode, because I was like, I'm trying to focus on this intense scene between two brothers, and I'm distracted at the fact that Matt Smith is wearing that one armor design that went viral on Pinterest back in 2013. So maybe that's just a me problem, but it was a pretty big me problem when I was watching the episode. But aside from those things, guys, I would recommend watching this show. I think that it was done very well as far as all of the acting, and the actors all play off of one another really, really well. One thing that I'm really not looking forward to is that the actress that plays Rhaenyra I think there's going to be an older actress that comes in and plays her. And at least that's what I've seen from like the images and like the IMDb stuff. I'm actually not looking forward to that, because I think the one that plays her now, I mean, the actress is 22. And I think she does a really good job. I get that they're trying to age her up to show like the passage of time, and they're also aging up her friend, but I don't know. I think that she did a really good job, and I liked the chemistry between her and Matt Smith. Obviously, there is an age gap there, which there is in the story anyway. So, I mean, I don't really see that as a problem. For those of you that, know what happens in the book and know the lineage and all the shit that's going to happen, then you guys already know what I'm talking about when I'm referencing that. And if you didn't, that's fine. You will know in the future. But yeah, so the acting was really good. If you're just going to watch it just to go check it out, I would recommend it. Make sure that you have like something to like look away when there's the traumatic birthing scene, because that one's going to give me nightmares for the rest of my freaking life. I never wanted to see a hand inside the stomach pulling out a baby with all the blood. Nope. Fuck no, not my thing. I can watch them like the fighting and all of that stuff, but the second I saw a hand inside a stomach, I was like, no, make it stop. So just be prepared for that. But overall, it was enjoyable. It starts out slow. Matt Smith is amazing, and he does have creative control, because he was the one that was like, no, I'm playing him this way, and I want him to be a good, he loves his family, he's a good guy to his family, he's just a little bit of a wild card and the bad boy. But overall, everyone, I did enjoy it. So I really hope the rest of the show is good. I hope that it just continues to get better, and we don't have like the epic failure that was Game of Thrones. But hey, Game of Thrones started the exact same way. It started off really, really strong, and then it went downhill very, very quickly. So I fingers crossed that that's not the case here. But anyways, everyone, I've been mumbling on. Let me know what you guys think about all of this down in the comment section below. If there's something that I missed, let me know. If there's something that you liked or didn't like, let me know in the comment section. If you guys liked this video, go ahead and smash the like button. If you didn't, that's okay too. Thank you so much for watching this far through. I do really appreciate it. And until next time, I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And may the force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye, everyone. What's up, everyone, and thank you so much again for watching my channel and my content. And if you would like to support me further, because I am not sponsored in any way, shape, or form, as much as I want Mio to get behind me and sponsor me, because I love Mio, I actually created something. I created a cosplay calendar of some of your favorite video game characters, and this is the second cosplay calendar I have done. Everyone really liked the first one, and so, you know, I really am grateful for everyone that's come out and support this one as well. It means the world to me. We already broke the total from last year's entire campaign in the first 30 days of this campaign. So thank you once again, everyone, so much for your support. And if you guys are new here and you guys don't know me, well, then this is a really good way to, you know, get to know me and back my calendar and support my channel. There's a lot of really popular characters that were, you know, requested for the first calendar, like Samus. So I started off with her. And unlike Hollywood, as I try to give you guys what you want, I try to give fans and nerds and, you know, all of us that have been told F you by Hollywood to give, you know, you guys what you want and what, you know, I want, which is staying true to characters and trying to, you know, do the best version of them that I possibly can. So as you guys can see here, this is my Jill Valentine. I got Jade from Mortal Kombat. I got the one and only Lara Croft, my girl Lara. Then I have Miranda from Mass Effect. Now I'm still adding images of these characters. There are going to be 12 different ones. And if you guys are interested in, you know, supporting an independent content creator like myself, this is the way to do it. I, you know, do the photos, I, you know, do the cosplay, I ship everything out myself. So this is a 100% my own project. So if you guys, again, want to support me and my channel and keep everything rolling, please consider backing my cosplay calendar. I would really appreciate it. The links are down in the description below. So please check that out if you guys haven't already. And if this isn't something for you, then maybe take a second and, you know, share it to somebody who this might be, you know, something they'd be interested in. Once again, everyone, thank you so much and have a great rest of your day.